Scott Law again, the old guy with a camera, and today we're going to talk about camera bags. Specifically, I want to talk about one that I will be using when I'm going on a hike or a walk. And I know ahead of time what kind of lenses and things I want to have. I've had this Lowepro Flipside 400 for a little over a year, and it's been a great bag, but there are times when I'm going on a longer hike, etc., that I need to reduce the weight, not only of the bag itself, but also of the stuff that is in it. And so that's why I've ordered in this Lowepro Slingshot 202. This is an upgrade from the 200. I think the major upgrade of it is that it has a holder for your tripod. So let's take a look at this and see what we've got in here. First of all, it has a nice little handle to grab hold of, so when you do want to pick it up and carry it around. Now, the big advantage of these Slingshot line is that you can throw it over your shoulder, attach it right here. Now, let's see here. This is obviously made for a much younger, thinner person, or maybe just because they've got the strap cinched up for packing and shipping and that kind of thing. But once you get it on and get it on secured, the idea is that you can easily bring it around to your front with it still attached and secured, and you have access to your camera right here by unsnapping these two clips and then unzipping. Well, let's see what it looks like inside there. So unzip, and there's your interior. Your camera is going to sit right here. So let's set this down and grab my camera. Now, the important thing is here, not what I'm carrying, but what you're going to be carrying. So consider that as we go through this review. This is a Canon 6D full-frame camera. It does not have that extra battery pack on the bottom. But there looks like, from here, that it looks like it would have room if it did have the extra battery pack. It would slide up a little bit. Not sure, because I do have an extra attachment on the bottom for attaching this style strap that I carry the camera with. However, I can see right now that it would not fit with this particular divider in there. And this, like most of your modern camera bags, very customizable with the Velcro, so that comes right out, and then that's going to fit in there quite comfortably, and it does look like it would have room for that extra battery pack if you had that style. Also, I see over here is a little pouch, and inside that pouch is a cloth to cover your LCD screen and protect that part of your camera. Put that back in the bag. Very handy. Okay, so this is with a 16 to 35 millimeter lens. How important is that? Well, let's do a little bit measuring here and see. You'd have to decide what's going to fit in your camera. This lens extends out from the camera just almost exactly 5 inches. So if you have a different kind of lens, you might be able to leave that in there and put some other things in front of that, or just depending on which lens you like to carry around when you're going out. What other lenses am I going to take with me when I am on a expedition? Well, probably my -- choice will be the 24 to 105 zoom lens, in case I want to reach out farther than the 35 millimeter that comes on there. So I'm going to take that lens along in most cases. If I'm doing almost exclusively landscape, or especially if I'm doing night shooting, then I want to take my 14 millimeter. This is a Samyang. They also sell under the name Rokinon, but an excellent lens for doing night shots. Fits right in there comfortably. So there's the lenses that I'm probably going to take. What if I am going out for a wildlife though? Well, I probably won't take my 14mm if I'm going for wildlife, but I will want my 70 to 300 or some other long lens. Now this particular lens is 6 3/4 with the caps on it, 6 3/4 inches, and unfortunately that's just maybe a little bit long. Of course I could put it on my camera and fit in there, and that looks like, yeah, that would fit without, you know, with the camera back here, so wouldn't be a problem. Or I could do that and zip it up, and it would fit. It'd just be a little bit tight in there. So that's a 6 3/4 inch long lens. The other things I'm going to have in here, well, I'll probably have the Hoodman hanging around my neck before long, but I might start out with it in the camera bag right in here. And of course you never leave home without your Rocket Man air blower to keep your lenses clean. So we'll fit that down in that hole. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll have to see. Yeah, that fits in there okay. So that's what we're probably going to be taking inside the camera bag. Now, what else have we got? We've got a lot more room here. For one thing, right on the front of the bag, now I'm going to go ahead and zip this up so that no lenses fall out. By the way, it looks like we got a helpful little card here, unless it's just all advertising. Let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, it does. Yeah, it shows us the configuration and gives us some ideas of what to put in the different places. So, on the front here is a pouch. This is open over here. These two look like they're a little narrower. They're probably for pens or those cleaning pens, something like that. On the very front is a non-elasticized, non-elasticized strap that you could hang something that's designed for hanging on your belt or something like that to add onto the outside of it here. Up on the top, here's another little pouch right here. Fits in about that long, and so it gives you some extra room there. And of course you can open up here and you have quite a bit of room. This strap is elasticized, so you can put something in there and hold it down. Looks like there is a net pouch in the back, and that is also elasticized there. Here is another little pouch. So they've added a lot of little pouches and things. Now I talked earlier about the tripod holder. That is right here. It's got some plastic or some of that nylon snap for shipping. So that snaps around your tripod, and then I guess a leg goes down through here. Let's see, those are open, but I don't know what you do with those. But so you stick your tripod leg down through there. Now what else have we? Okay, back here is a Velcro closed pouch that holds your protective weather cover. So Lowepro is real good for sticking those weather covers on there. So that is our little tripod case, and or not tripod case, excuse me, camera case. You probably noticed that I did have to take the Hoodman out of the Hoodman bag for it to fit comfortably in that little pouch that I put that in, or that little compartment that I put that in there. So that's up to you what you want to do, and maybe you don't have a Hoodman, maybe there's something else you're using. So just depending on what kind of camera you're using and what kind of lenses you're carrying with it determines whether or not this camera bag is going to work for you. Did I point out the spot here for the extra SD cards? Also, another thing you could put in here is extra batteries. You're not going to leave home without extra batteries, I hope, or up in here, so there's plenty of places for that. And again, the idea for this is for when you're out on your hike and you just want to take along the specific equipment that you're probably going to be using for that specific shoot. Hope you enjoyed this little review. I hope it helped answer some questions for you on whether or not the 202 is going to work. Maybe you could go clear down to the 102, or maybe you need to move up to the 302. That's entirely up to you, but hopefully this has helped you to decide what's going to work for you on this. As far as quality on Lowepro, you can't beat the quality on Lowepro. It's an outstanding bag that will give you years and years of wear. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below, and we'll see you on the flip side.